Namaste. Today I wanted to share a meditation with you called the Falling Leaves meditation, and we'll be finding ourselves out in nature today where we will be clearing our thoughts. This is really good, especially if you have a lot of overloaded thoughts, you're thinking a lot. This is good to kind of just release some of that mental stress, to get you better clarity, better focus, better concentration. So with that being said, let's begin finding a nice seat, either on a chair or on the floor. And I'm going to have you close the eyes. And let's dive internally, kind of say our hello to ourselves and just kind of get grounded first before we begin our meditation. So you're thinking of really feeling heavy and grounded in your seat as you lift up nice and tall through your spine, the crown of your head. Shoulders are relaxed, pulled down away from the ears towards the hips, and your jaw, your cheeks, your face is soft, relaxed. And just start to cultivate a deeper sense of awareness of your breathing. Notice when you inhale and notice when you exhale each and every time. And just make that your main focus. The only thing you're thinking about right now is the breath as it enters the body and as it exits the body. Maybe you watch the breath as it flows through the nostrils and comes down into the body, and then maybe you watch its path as it moves out of the body, back up the spine and out the nostrils again. Maybe you notice the temperature of the breath. When you inhale, the coolness. And then on the exhales, the warmth. And just take all this in, all these little subtleties that you don't really notice or normally notice on a day-to-day basis. And when you've established a sense of kind of nice rhythm in your breath, let's go ahead and think of a place in nature. Really any place. It could be a forest, it could be a jungle, it could be a mountain. And you're sitting there on the ground. And just notice how you're sitting. Maybe you're sitting cross-legged, maybe you're sitting outstretched with legs, maybe you're laying down. And then notice what the ground feels like beneath you. Notice if it's soft, gritty, hard. And then just notice what's around you as well. There's birds in the sky, the sun's shining down on you. What does that feel like to you? To have the sun on your face or the birds chirping in your ears. Is there anything else around? Any animals? And see if you can be alone here. Nobody else is around. Human life, I should say. And you're all alone here, and now you're going to imagine a river. And it just starts to form in your imagination, and it comes right there in front of you where you're sitting or laying down. And it's just this long river. It's like a stream. It's just going down the stream. The water is just moving downward. So you see the stream as it moves down in your vision away from you. It's like a streaming brook almost in a way, or a streaming river. It just keeps going. It's like a nice current. Maybe you see some things in the water, like maybe some twigs or some leaves. And they're just floating on down the river. And it's a nice fast forming river. It just kind of flows really nice and fast here. You notice what it sounds like. Maybe it bubbles a little bit too. And now I want you to imagine a huge tree that's right behind this stream, this river. It's massive. And you have to look up to see it completely. And there's a lot of leaves on the tree. And you watch as some of these leaves just kind of fall off the tree. And just let nature take its course. It's usually how that happens. But I want you to let your mind wander here for a little bit as you're sitting here in front of the river, and when you're sitting there right there with the tree as well. You're just letting your mind wander just for about a couple moments, and you're observing your thoughts. And as you observe your thoughts, I want you to think of your thoughts as those leaves on the tree. And you can place those leaves, or I'm sorry, you can place those thoughts in those leaves. And when you're ready, I want you to have the leaf fall off the tree, your thought, and then as it falls into the river kind of just takes it away. The stream, it flows the leaves down the stream. And you're going to keep doing that. So just every thought that comes to your mind, place it in a leaf, and then let the leaf fall off the tree and into that brook, into the water, and then just let it flow down away from you. And you're watching this. It's the leaves fall off the tree and then down in the water and then away from you. And instead of seeing them and following them along the river, just simply let the leaves flow into your vision, acknowledge them, and then let them pass. So don't get too caught up in where the leaves go or where they're flowing. You're just allowing them to come into your vision and then just release and leave, kind of like clouds in the skies. They just kind of just float on by. Give you a few moments to keep going with this visualization. Just keep putting those thoughts in those leaves, letting the leaves fall off the tree, and then down into that stream, that river. As the river just takes those leaves away, out of your vision, no more. And realize as you do this just how many thoughts keep shuffling through your mind. And there's no right or wrong, there's no judgment or expectations here. Just allow yourself to just do this exercise, or release those thoughts and just get them out of your head, dump them out into those leaves, let it fall from the tree and into the river. And know that most of these thoughts are really just being created by the mind randomly, like a random number generator. You're not actually consciously creating them. They're just thoughts. We're not trying to be attached to them. We're just letting them go. We're normal. We're human. We're normal. We do think. We do have thoughts. It's natural for us to have thoughts. It's when we get caught up in them. That's when we don't want to do that, because then that's when worry and fear happens. So we just allow these thoughts to kind of just drift on by, like those leaves in the water. Without putting a label on it, without putting any judgments on it. We just let them go. And you can stay here as long as you like. You can pause the video and keep going with this, or if you'd like to continue on, let's go ahead and take a nice big deep breath in through the nose. Let's hold at the top, sip in a little bit more air, and then open mouth. Exhale it out into the room. And then just start to make your way back from this nature scene, from this meditation, back into your body, back into the room. Just wiggle your fingers, your toes. Just make some tiny movements to wake the body back up. You may open the eyes now. Thank you very much for sharing this with me. From my heart to yours. Namaste.